Well, older adults do have some changes which occur as they age that can affect their driving, mostly in vision, in motor coordination, and if they have certain chronic illnesses, there may be additional issues that come up with the ability to think and react as clearly as we used to. The other one that's really important is medication side effects and how they can affect our ability to drive. So anytime there's a change in medication, a change in medical condition, those are times to be alert as to whether they could affect driving and how to cope with that. So signs that you might need to have testing would include where you find that you're beginning to feel uncomfortable or unsafe yourself with a driving situation. We will often hear older adults say that I don't feel comfortable driving at night anymore. I don't feel like I should drive in high traffic times anymore, or I really don't want to drive on the highway anymore. Those are signs that there is some ability that has become restricted that makes the person feel unsafe. And fortunately, most older adults have very good insight, and that's how they got to be older adults to start with. But if those signs are coming up, then it's a good time to get evaluated to see if there's something restricting your abilities that may also be restricting your abilities in other areas that could be helped or supported. For example, if I am having trouble with seeing into my blind spot or turning all the way to one side or the other because I have arthritis in my neck, those are things which perhaps physical therapy could help, perhaps arthritis medication could help, perhaps having extended mirrors on the sides of my car so that I can still see well without having to turn my head as much. Those are things that are the types of abilities that would be tested in a safe driving situation. Typically your vision will be tested, your range of motion and your strength, your reaction speed, and your ability to think and respond clearly in several different ways would be tested. Well, safety tips for older drivers look a lot like safety tips for younger people, particularly with distracted driving. There's not as much with, say, texting while driving, which hopefully no one we know does ever, but there can be distractions with talking to others in the car, with listening to the radio or to other forms of music, with eating, with drinking in the car, anything that takes our attention away from the road, even for short periods of time. And sometimes that includes GPS or global positioning system instructions, can be distractions. Other safety tips would be, of course, using your seatbelt, even if your posture and your body changes to where the seatbelt may not be as comfortable. It would be important to look for equipment that can help us adapt to that. And also in terms of, particularly for older adults, safety driving issues would be looking for substances that affect us. For example, certain types of sleeping medications, muscle relaxers, antidepressants, and pain medications can significantly affect our driving ability and alertness. So being under the influence, not necessarily of alcohol or marijuana, but also prescription medications, is something to be very careful of when we're looking at driving safety tips.